Ladies and gentlemen, this is Guang's world, and we are all living in it. Season 6 has not been my favorite season, and as you will see as we go through the patch notes, you will see I don't think that's going to change for 6.5. It's still trending, number one trending for gaming as of me recording this video. But let's check the dev vision, and then we will go over the patch notes.
Hello everyone. This time, no Deadpool here.
No
Just
Deadpool,
Guang here.
just
It's
Guang?
great
That's
to be
crazy.
back with you all.
I would like to be able to hear voices speak. There we go.
Welcome to season 6.5 of Marvel Rivals.
Thank you.
After teaming up to defeat the Blood Queen, Elsa Bloodstone and Deadpool have finally buried the hatchet.
I feel like
while
Deadpool's got beef with
and
everyone.
Locke made it back to Krakoa to finish their dream wedding ceremony. With Elsa's encouragement, Deadpool has decided to stay up and take responsibility as the Monster King, caring for all the creatures he released. But just when it seemed like everything had wrapped up perfectly, two questions remain. Did the soul contract Gambit stole truly trap only sincere Von Doom's soul? And what has become of New York City while the heroes were across the stars? In season 6.5, Elsa Bloodstone blasts into Marvel Rivals. Elsa is a duelist.
We all knew she was gonna be a duelist. Let's be real. There was like a 30% chance she was gonna be a support.
A monster hunter who wields a variety of weapons and traps to hunt her enemies and can even summon monsters to fight by her side.
Okay.
In battle, Elsa can switch between different weapons to apply sustained pressure, and as the fight goes on, her hunting instinct sharpens, allowing her to take down foes even faster by reducing cooldowns as she deals more damage. She also loses instinct whenever she gets KO'd.
I wonder what that means.
Elsa excels at reading her opponents, darting in and out of combat to search for openings. When she spots her chance, she charges in, combining the devastating power of her elephant gun with expert close quarters combat skills to finish the hunt. She can also set a trap containing the smoke monster Diablo. Any enemy caught will be immobilized and easy prey for Elsa. When Elsa activates her ultimate, she summons the Glartrox to charge into the fray. This beast's overwhelming strength smashes through anything in its path, ripping enemy lines apart and biting anyone who stands in the way. This update brings another round of team-up ability changes. We are removing the Fantastic Four team-up ability,
which is crazy.
Invisible Woman will now work with Doctor Strange in the brand new Sonic Mayhem team-up. Invisible Woman is the anchor here.
Of course, every support is always the anchor.
Doctor Strange's Maelstone of Madness becomes Sonic Vortex, putting enemies toward him and granting extra health to himself and nearby allies based on the damage dealt.
I would have to see how that works, just like by actual Strange players. But I mean, the team up looks, just at primary glance, like my first reaction to this is like, it's whatever, I guess.
Elsa Bloodstone joins Mr. Paul's interdimensional toy box team up. Deadpool modifies Elsa's breathing gun. When the living bullet rounds hit enemies, they will suffer vision impairment and hear Deadpool's non-stop chatter. Elsa
Great.
can recall the rounds, hitting herself based on the damage dealt.
That's cool.
The Thing joins the Gamma Charge team up. The Thing gets the Gamma Gauntlet. Activating the ability boosts the range and damage of Stone Haymaker and Loki Jab, and each hit grants bonus health.
No, we gotta ban Hulk. Like, oh my god, that sounds terrible. I think it's like deceptively good.
Joins the Rocket Network team up. Together, Rocket and Mr. Fantastic developed a fantastic amplifier. When activated, Mr. Fantastic's elasticity can exceed the 100-point cap and accumulate, and he won't automatically enter inflation state, instead being able to trigger it manually. The full balance patch notes will be released in a few hours.
It's whatever, I guess.
Stay tuned. After their wedding in Krakow, Gambit and Rogue are bringing the celebration to Times Square
Okay.
with a wedding car parade. Join them on February 14th for the festivities and end units.
Okay.
Wishing all you lovers out there also have your own happy ending.
Lord knows I'm not doing anything on fucking Valentine's Day, so I'll pull up.
For Spring Festival, Linie will perform a line dance in Times Square. Log in to watch and join the show to receive unique red envelopes. On this festive occasion, let's all shout together, 恭喜发财! Seeing how successful the MRC tournament have been, Deadpool is hosting his own.
Man, there's only been like 300 teams out of like 2,500 that have registered for MRC, so I don't know, man. It'll be I don't know if that's successful in their eyes or not, but we'll see.
Fan competition on February 21st and 22nd. The Monster Kingdom Champion.
Monster Kingdom Championship. When is that? What day is that? 21st. That's Saturday and Sunday, so I can make that happen. Hopefully.
There will be two divisions, duels and squads. The duels division allows factions of 2, and the squads division allows faction of 6 to 8, with no rank or platform restrictions.
No rank restrictions.
Each player can choose to participate in either division on one of the event days. Each event day features 5 rounds of matches, all played in a first to 3 format.
Do I just have to play
The
Deadpool,
first
or can I play
faction
anything?
to 3 wins or 3 losses can close their run. Based on your wins, every faction member will earn units, unstable molecules, and exclusive land play rewards. One more thing, we're thrilled to announce that all 12 partner teams for Marvel Rivals Ignite 2026 are now set. The tournament kicks off at the end of March.
Interesting.
Stay tuned for upcoming schedules and all the must-see moments as Marvel Rivals Ignite hits up. Zhiyong is still hard at work on balance
I'm gonna say it right here. You've heard it here first. Fire Zhiyong. That's all I'm gonna say.
adjustments. Please keep an eye out for the upcoming detailed balance patch and team up ability changes. Ignite the battle.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Guang is my goat. Me and Zhiyong have beef. But let's read these fantastic patch notes. We're starting with the Vanguards, aka the tank. Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme's magical defenses get a minor nerf. Time to be a little more strategic. Reduce the shield of the Seraphim shield value recovery speed from 70 per second to 60 per second. So I guess his shield gets a little bit of nerf here, which is, I mean, I really only play Strange to TP, and like the only time like I really ever play Strange is when we have like 2 supports that I know are good, and then we have like a magic or something, but like I really don't play a whole lot of Strange. He was very good. That little movement the movement buff that he got last season, that did wonders for him. On Rogue's ready to steal more than just power. She's taking names with a slight increase to her potential threat. Increased defensive stance, absorbed energy conversion rate from 0.27 to 0.35. Reduce fatal attractions cooldown to 17 to 14 seconds. Man, I've seen some really good Rogue players. Granted, I play in Celestial, so everyone is at least, you know, pretty decent at the game if it's like the top 1%. But I don't know. Rogue buffs, it takes her a long time to get her ult, so I can totally see why they're buffing her, but at the same time, it's like, I thought she was pretty good, you know? But I'm not in charge here. Thor, the God of Thunder, still stands tall, but his extra durability isn't quite as legendary. Hammer Throw new effect. Hits now grant 50 bonus health, only triggers once per throw, even if hitting multiple enemies. Reduce bonus health provided by Storm Surge to 50 to 70, or 75 to 50. I mean, Thor's weird. Like, every Thor player I play against is either really good or just absolute dog shit. Like, I don't know how to feel about this. I didn't personally think, even against the good Thors, that his survivability was that much of an issue. He would just walk me down straight up, like, just with the damage. So, I don't know. I saw Thor players complain about, I don't know if he was a Thor player, but I did see a person talking about how this Thor was absolutely gutted and yada yada yada. Judging by how dramatic he was, I would assume he was a Thor player. But I don't know. I am not really tripping, but I guess that remains to be seen. We'll find out on Friday. Venom, the Lethal Protector, gets a small survivability bump. Increased base health from 60 to 75, which is fucking crazy, by the way, because I always thought Venom was a mini raid boss. Like, the real good Venoms, oh my god, bro. Like, fuck. Increased Feast of Abyss ultimate ability damage to bonus health conversion from 1 to 1.3. Venom is going to be an absolute god. So all you good Venom players out there, man, I know you're going to have the time of your life. For Duelists, Deadpool Duelists, the Merc with the Mouth gets a little harder to keep down. Increased healing amount gained when releasing Pop Quiz ultimate ability from 30 to 35 and from 60 to 70 upon passing the challenge. DPS Deadpool's really bad. I think Deadpool is just a mid-tier character. I've come across, obviously, there's exceptions to the rule. I've come across 2 or 3 like really good Deadpool players. But DPS Deadpool was the worst out of the 3, so he definitely needed that. Moon Knight. Khonshu must be crying off in a corner somewhere. Mark's survivability takes a slight hit. Reduce the bonus max health provided by Moonblade from 100 to 75. I mean, I guess that's alright. Personally, my beef with Moon Knight is that he gets his ult dummy quick. Like, I'm Lord Moon Knight, so I would know. Like, his ult, ridiculous. But, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it's going to be that bad. At least the way I play Moon Knight, man. Like, I'm always so far back. Like, the bonus health is nice, but it's never really gotten me out of a pinch, you know? Phoenix. The Phoenix Force dims a little. Jean's staying power slightly toned down. Reduced base health from 275 to 250. It's a much needed nerf. I don't know. I want to say, like, her damage should have been nerfed, but her being a 250 hero was definitely a little bit nicer. Like, I've seen Phoenix just absolutely run lobbies, and I guess this is their way of nerfing one of the best players in the game. Or characters in the game, not players. Psylocke. Sharper in the fight, softer with her ultimate. Psionic crossbow damage fall-off. Adjust the maximum damage fall-off from 30 meters from 60% to 70 at 30 meters from 60% to 70%. Reduce the single hit damage of Dance the Butterfly, her ultimate, from 170 to 160. My beef with Psylocke's ultimate is like sometimes I'm not in the fucking circle, or I'm like just in the edge of it and I'll dash out, and she'll still dash out of the circle to hit me. That shit drives me absolute bonkers, man. But Psylocke, I feel like she lost a bit of her identity when she didn't become an alt merchant anymore. So I guess this is their way of trying to make her a little bit better. I used to play with a guy who's very, very, very good at Psylocke. And so seeing him somewhat struggle with Psylocke was definitely eye-opening because they kind of, I don't know, I feel like she lost her identity a bit and they're trying to work Psylocke back into regular rotation. Squirrel Girl. Doreen is now as quick as a squirrel on Espresso. Increase the projectile speed of Squirrel Blockade, which I believe is her ultimate. When unleashing without charge from 20... No, Squirrel Blockade is the right click. Okay, so when you throw that little squirrel and it traps you, I guess you can throw it quicker now, which is nice. Star-Lord. Legendary moments got a little easier. Reduce the energy cost of Galactic Legend ultimate ability from 3,400 to 3,100. I am not a fan of this. I have played against some very good Star-Lord players. I think Star-Lord is absolutely busted. I actually struggle a lot with Star-Lord. Maybe that's just me as a lowly support player, but I struggle with Star-Lord a lot, man. So I actually wasn't a fan of this change. That's just me personally. I'm just giving my opinion here. Storm. Aurora's wind and lightning are more electrifying and friendlier to use. Weather control. Tornado new effect. Using Windblade and Bolt Rush under this new aura now grants Storm bonus health. Damage conversion ratio 25%. Up to a max of 75 bonus health. Weather control. Thunder new effect. Under this aura, Windblade now hits reduced Bolt Rush cooldowns from 0.05 only once per cast, even if hitting multiple enemies. Increase Bolt Rush spell field radius from 1 meter to 1.5 meters. So I'm assuming this is when you're doing the actual, like, the boost. I could be wrong. I mean, I feel like that shouldn't just be like a little passive thing when it's not boosted, but at least from my understanding, when you actually use the boost, that's when those buffs take effect, which is nice. Like, I remember Storm, it was either season 0 or season 1. Storm was busted, and then she's just been irrelevant ever since. I guess that's just due to Hela just being an absolute god tier character when she's not banned, and then Phoenix being just absolute busted all the time too. Where was I? Red weather control. Thunder and lightning new effect. Ally buffs now decay over 2 seconds after leaving the aura instead of vanishing instantly, which is nice. Thunder, reduce damage boost for allies from 12% to 8%. Reduce animation and lag when using weather control. I mean, that's fine. I don't play a whole lot of Storm. I do like Storm. I want to get her lore next, but it's very, very situational, at least for me as a character. So I definitely will see myself playing Storm more in the rare times where I'm forced on DPS. But those are good changes in my opinion. Punisher, Frank Castle's ultimate justice now comes faster. Lock and load. Reduce the enemy energy cost of Final Judgment, his ultimate ability, from 3,700 to 3,400. I am not a fan of this. And we're going to go into why as soon as we finish reading the strategist section. I don't think Punisher's a bad character. Like, I think he's fine. He's definitely just like that Call of Duty, John Call of Duty type shit. But I don't know. I will explain why after we finish reading the strategist section, why I'm not a fan of this. But Punisher is not like overpowered by any means. Wolverine, less waiting, more slashing. Wolverine's rage can't be contained. Reduce the energy cost of Last Stand, his ultimate ability, from 3,400 to 2,800. Once again, I am not a fan of this. Once we go over the support section, you will see why, but I am not a fan of this change. Like I said, I play in Celestial, so a lot of the Wolverines, the ones that I rarely see, they're pretty good. Like, Wolverine stress me out, even if I'm on Invis or if we have like an Invis on the team. Like, Wolverine stresses me out. So I'm not a fan of this. I feel like a lot of the Wolverine players, at least if you're willing to play Wolverine, you're pretty good at the game. Adam Warlock, cosmic upgrades for Adam. Flight and more fight. New ability, Adam can now enter flight mode at 10 meters per second for up to 4 seconds at full energy. Energy fully recharges from 0 to max in 15 seconds. Soulbond new effect, Adam can hover and attack during the ability's duration. I mean, Adam mains have been bitching about literally everything. We don't have enough skins. A Warlock needs to fly. A lot of you know, fucking annoying motherfuckers. Know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we can hopefully shut them up for a season or two. This coupled with, well, let me finish, I guess, the rest of the support section before I go on my little spiel. Invisible Woman, Sue Storm's control game is a bit less relentless. Increase the cooldown of Force Forensics from 8 seconds to 10 seconds. Not a fan. After buffing Wolverine too, so that'll be very interesting. I don't know, I feel like Invisible Woman gets a lot of the bad reps. She was very busted a season or two ago, so like I understand that, but I don't see the point in this particular nerf. Obviously, I'm not in charge. I don't play a whole lot of Sue. I mean, I will when the situation demands it, but I don't know. I don't personally see it. Loki, less healing, more scheming. Loki support takes a slight hit. Reduce the magic missile charges from 12 to 10. I guess that's good. A lot of people complain about how Gambit's overpowered, which he kind of is. And people, like, back before Gambit, there was Luna. People complain about how strong Luna was. Loki is the heart of all these overpowered support metas. Luna was only a problem the only reason Luna was a problem was because there were two support alts when there was Loki Luna. Same thing with Gambit. I imagine Gambit games are just not that bad if there's only one Gambit on each team. But because of Loki, that's why people blame these other supports, because of Loki and his bullshit. In my opinion, I think Loki needs to be like Echo from Overwatch, and once you transform, you actually need to gain ult charge to use that ult. Granted, it's at an accelerated amount, kind of like how Echo's is, but I think you actually need to get ult charge before, you know, after you copy somebody. That's purely my opinion, but I think Loki, using all of his scheming and all the bullshit that he does, is making Luna and Gambit scapegoats. That's just my opinion. Ultron support radius expands. Mechanical Mayhem, now with extra coverage. Increase imperative. Patch drone, detach range from 30 meters to 35 meters. I don't know. I think Ultron, I think he's a bad character. That's just me. I think Ultron mains are annoying, and they force triple support. I'm not a fan of Ultron. I mean, I guess he could slightly use it, but I don't know. That's just me. But going back to what I was saying about the Punisher and the Warlock reduced ult cost, I think because these strategists were not nerfed properly, that they're just making the energy cost less for these characters instead of doing something about triple support, which is my frustration with the direction balance is being taken with Marvel Rivals. Like, I don't know what the hell Zhiyong is up to. Like, I don't know what he's cooking. He's not cooking. That's the answer. He is not cooking. I don't know what Zhiyong is up to. Like I said earlier in the video, fire Zhiyong. Because this balance, man, I don't know what the direction, like, what are you trying to go for, you know? And we're going to get even more triple support because fucking Warlock got a buff and Ultron got a buff. Like, this shit just sucks, man. And we already talked about the team up, so all that fun stuff. Anyway, if you got to the end of the video, tell me what you think. Obviously, I hope you have a very blessed day or night, depending on when you see this. And thank you for watching. Peace!